morning, everybody. This is Sam, the Frugal Hugel gardener. I'm outside first thing in the morning in front of my chicken run, in front of my Ladyfinger banana plant, which I got as a present from a lovely lady, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Well, I got it as a corm. There's videos down below when I cut the corm, and I went ahead and put it in a pot, had it grow over the winter, planted it in April, and right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pups, and I'm thinking this one and this one is large enough to separate, so I went ahead and composted 2 pots with horse manure. And I'm going to do a little separation video. I was going to go ahead and work on my chicken coop this morning. I got a grout, but there's thunder and lightning, and we're going to have rain pretty soon. Hopefully I'll be able to get these out of the ground and potted before that storm comes. But if it works out perfect, I'll get them potted, set it down, the rain will come and water them in. So let me get going. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, so I can show you what's going on down there, is I want to see the corm, and I want to see if there's some good roots on it. You could just take a shovel and cut between the parent plant and the corm. That works out 50, 60, 70% of the time. Get in some roots, but sometimes the corm, where the sucker comes out from, is sort of like on the turn where it's underneath, and you'll cut off the corm and not get any, and the sucker's no good. So I'm going to show you what it looks like down there, and I'm going to separate it and pot it. So let's get on with it. Okay, so you can see down below there's a lot of roots right here. It looks like it's coming out from the sucker, but I'm gonna get down in there, clean it up, and show you what it looks like. Okay, so let me give you a close-up. So here's a sucker, there's a sucker, and I went down below, and you can see these roots, they're coming out of the sucker. So I'm gonna get behind it and cut it off and grab the roots and the corm at the same time. Okay, so it's very important to not damage the parent plant's corm, and it's really important to separate the corm of the sucker from the parent plant and get some roots, because you need that corm with some roots for it to grow real good. If you cut it and don't have roots, maybe it'll survive, maybe it won't survive, who knows. But I wanted to show you what the roots look like. They're large enough, they got a good root system on them, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them. Always wait for them to get large enough, because when they're real small, it's really hard to get a root. You got to clean it up really good, see the root, you can get behind it. So these are good potting size, so let me separate them. Now I could take a shovel and cut it, but I'm going to use my cutting blade right here and put it right there, because I have some other corms really close. Right there. Okay, that one's separated. Okay, it looks like I separated them good, so let's take a peek. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I got some roots on this corm, so that's nice. And I'm only cutting as much as I need to. I don't want to go way past the corm because then it takes the roots away from the parent plant. So I just want to take the corm, separate it, and remove it. If you cut all the way down, like I see people do, the full shovel length, you cut in roots from the parent plant. And you want to minimize that, or this whole side of the parent plant, which is getting nutrients and getting water, will be cut off, and it has to put energy to grow new roots. Okay, so as you can see over here, I separated this corm perfectly. Look at that. Right where the corm comes out, there's a little lip there. And I got the roots. So now down below, what I want to do is I want to backfill that right away without getting a lot of air in there. Push it down with your foot to take the air out. Okay, so that looks good. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to water that down real good to push down the compost, take any air that's out. But first, I want to go ahead and pot these plants. Okay, so I have this corm cut off nice, got some roots. You could go ahead and take off some of the leaves. If you're going to transplant it to another property or even the same, you could put it in some fungicide so no fungus spreads. I ran out, so I'm just going to go ahead and plant it in the manure. Keep my fingers crossed. But most of the fertile compost, horse manure that I'm using, it's all the same, so it should be good. Okay, so I pulled out a bunch, made a little hole in the middle. Now I'm going to take these roots and wrap them around like that, so that whole root system's below, and I'm going to backfill it. Press all that air out. Okay, so this one right here is planted. I could come up higher with the horse manure and then put chips around so weeds don't grow and to retain the moisture, but this one's complete. So let's go ahead and plant this one. Gonna do the same thing. Okay, so right over here, I'm gonna remove a couple of the bottom leaves. Everything looks good. This corm was separated away from the corm, straight down, and I got some roots. The roots were longer, but you see what I mean? You could accidentally cut them. But you could chop these roots off right now because you actually got roots coming out, but I leave them. Okay, so now I have both of these planted. They're in composted horse manure. I'm going to put about another 2 inches in there. Then I'm going to put chips on it, and then I'm going to water it in. You always want to put chips on it before you water it in. Otherwise, the water stirs everything up. When you put chips on it, it filters down better. So let me clean off my hands. I got the hose right over there, and we'll go get some composted chips. Okay, so I'm gonna steal some composted chips from my front yard, and just in time. I gotta get this done. Look at that sky. It is gonna come down. Lightning, heavy winds, and rain a few minutes away. So you can see this is basically compost right now. Okay, you can kind of see I filled that up. It looks like dirt. It's really good rich compost. Now I'm going to push that down and get a little bit of chips. Okay, so I'm going to steal some chips from over here. Coming up quick. Okay, the lightning's getting close, the storm's getting close. So hey, this is Sam the Frugal Hugel Gardener. I'm gonna go water that in real quick and get inside because that lightning is coming quick. Hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, the rain's coming down. I'm gonna leave these here and run in the house later. Okay, so as you can see, the storm is over me now. The wind is blowing. I'm on the protected side of the house. The wind is really coming across. I'm now wet. I didn't get a chance to go ahead and water the banana plants, but the rain's gonna hit it. I'm gonna get in. That lightning's over me now, and we're gonna get slammed. It's a big storm, so this is the beginning of it. So it actually worked out good. I got them separated, did the video, got them sitting out there. The rain's coming on them. The only thing I couldn't do was water it in, but the rain will do it. And then after the rain passes, I'll come back out and water it down. and I'll get back to you.